Sprint Cup qualifying at the ready, and the track is open for round one. The fastest 24 advance. Spots 25 to 40 are set. That is the order of business right now. I wonder, with so many cars not having any practice, and as Larry said, so many cars having only one lap, if we might see cars making multiple runs in this first round.
Oh, I think that's very possible. You might go out, and if you don't like your lap, you can come in, make an adjustment, and get back out without any problem at all.
Well, a lot of them have different theories about the track conditions right now. Some think that since there haven't been any cars on track, that the most grip is right now, so go early. Others like to see other cars go out there, make some laps, see what kind of speed is in the car or in the track, and then go make your run. But I agree with you guys about multiple runs. In this scenario, I think it pays to go out early, see what you've got, and put yourself in a position to go back out if you need to.
Yeah, I just like how big this track is. You got plenty of time to get comfortable. I know when you leave pit road in those tracks, you got to be on it right now. Here, you got a little bit of time.
You know, guys, there's probably not a track we go to other than Daytona or Talladega where your best friend is the tape on that nose. Helps the drag on these straightaways, helps the car turn in corners. And remember, to run one lap here, you almost have to run three. A get up to speed lap and then get back around lap. So a lot of time to get that engine cooled back down between runs.
I was always amazed at this racetrack, how we would maybe not tape up completely in practice, but we would for qualifying, just how much speed it would add to the car.
Well, I think the times are going to surprise. I think these cars are going to be really, really, really fast. Pole here last year for this race, 50-60. And we saw that. They shattered out in practice 50 flat with Carl Edwards. So they're going to be in the 49s, I bet you. Pretty deep.
Tony Stewart glued to that yellow line coming through turn 3.
Solid looking lap.
50-70 for Stewart.
That's
Here's Ty Dillon at Blake's Snow Shack in Texas. They make snow cones and shaved ice.
Now that makes sense in Texas.
Yes,
I like it. That's a great business.
Thanks to Nina, who tweeted that earlier after we were confused.
Boy, at first when I saw Stewart come across the line at 50-70, I thought, boy, he's going to be in trouble. But now Kane's at a 51.06, Ty Dillon at a 51.1, so maybe that lap's not too bad. Harvick will show us right here. No, it's pretty wrong.
Just to tell you the truth, that wasn't all that great. 50.08 on Harvick.
50-58 for Paul Menard, now second. Jeff Burton, 54.9.
The kids that had not made a run in practice, as we documented.
50.6 for Matt. Kurt Busch, 50.3.
Really easy to underestimate the grip level when you've not been out there, how hard you've got to push, the heights, we talked about that, they could be off.
You just, anybody that goes out right, you got to be a little bit cautious. Just kind of don't for sure what to shape the track's in.
Kenseth is by far the leader of the cars that had not been on the track. He is fourth at a 50.6.
He'll pick that up on his
Pretty
lap.
wiggle by Truex as he got down into turn 1. That's right in the area where you're going to downshift.
I saw that out of the 78 too, Jeff. He was wiggling down there about the same place.
You know, that's what makes this place so amazing. Each corner you have to approach differently, you drive in deeper, and then you have to shift. Not everybody's going to shift in all 3 corners or 6 corners or however many are here. But boy, you saw the 78 really wiggle. And again, that's right in that downshift area.
Yeah, most guys were telling me they shift into 1, up the back. They don't shift over the tunnel and shift into 3 off onto the front.
Ricky Stenhouse 6th and Truex 7th. Remember, Truex said he only got 1 lap of practice, and it was not a happy lap.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be real happy with that lap there either.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., a little quicker pace than Kevin Harvick, who was fastest. No, goes the other way.
In regards to Truex, I don't know what they're going to do with that car they ran last week, but I know where it'd be if it was mine. Right here.
Oh, here.
Right here. Take that baby to Pocono. Let's go to Pocono.
Lap by
Jr. second. 50-11 for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Good job, P2 right there. So I guess not being in qualifying term that first practice paid off for him. Now we saw some smoke out of this 31 car. I'm not sure if we ever found out what exactly was causing that, but it appears to be fine now.
Put those cars on the apron going over the tunnel like that. Even though they're down out of the way, they are a distraction. I always hated that.
I I did too, yeah. You want to time it right when it's clear through there. That wasn't the case for the 31.
Not at all. Going into that tunnel and not trying to be funny, but it looks like a funnel going in there.
Well, it's like you're running into a tunnel.
Right.
I mean, it literally is. I mean, it's a 90-degree turn at 200 miles an hour.
Big sparks out of the 18 car as he went through the tunnel turn.
No,
And they call it the tunnel turn because you're going over a tunnel. And there's, the pavement changes slightly, and that's why you'll see cars really bottom out through there, bounce around. To me, DW, what makes the tunnel turn so intimidating is you actually start to make your turn into that corner before you lift. Rarely are we on a track this big and fast where you're actually doing your slowing down and braking and turning that deep into the turn.
Yeah, it's almost like a nightmare. I mean, just putting 200 miles an hour straight into a wall, and you got to make that turn.
And it's narrow. Yes.
Kyle Busch fourth, Austin Dillon eighth. Dillon was another of those who had not been on the racetrack, so he and Matt Kenseth are kind of the class of that field in sixth and eighth. Denny Hamlin, fifth fastest, right on top of Kyle Busch, separated by less than a tenth. Trevor Bayne 14th. And have a look at Kyle Busch here. Whoa.
Wow. And he was on the yellow line, just clipping the apron just a little bit. I just wonder if that bump is a little bit more severe as you get closer to that apron.
Really rocked after the bumps over there.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if that bump actually didn't occur from the left front, but it sent the car over to the right rear that created those sparks.
Clint Boyer 19th.
Big discrepancy in times right now because of the lack of practice. So I'm really anxious to see what cars do when they go out a second time or when they go out the second round.
I want to see what he can do. As Carl Edwards, he just went by us on his lap, and he was our fastest car in practice.
You heard Logano's shift right there.
And immediately after you shift, you jump right back in the throttle as aggressively as you can. There's the upshift. Yeah, both Logano and Edwards in the green right now.
Kyle Larson 8th. Allmendinger 19th.
I thought he was a little conservative through the tunnel turn there, but again, not having a lot of laps, that's understandable.
And it's only round one.
And it's round one.
Back to third gear there.
Yeah, he actually been pretty late into that corner.
Logano and right behind him was Harvey.
I think conservative through the tunnel turn seems to be the way to go.
Now, Logano was fastest in the first round last week as well. Fastest in the first two rounds. Carl Edwards is second, 50.02. Jamie McMurray, 15th. Cole Witt, 33rd.
There's Brad. See what he can here. Let's see where he goes.
Third.
Good run.
50.07 for Brad.
The sparks coming out of the left front. Jimmy Johnson's Chevrolet.
I think he's sparking on the straightaway.
Yeah, teammate Chase Elliott right behind him.
Got that baby down there.
Yeah, it's nice. A little wiggle when he jumped back in the gas, but got right down to the yellow line.
Down the roll of 13th and Brian Scott 20th. Teammates Ty Dillon's on the hot seat, 24th. You see in the bottom right of your screen. After these two finish up, only two drivers will not have made their first qualifying pass.
We call that the short shoe right there, Mike. They were on 180 mile an hour across there.
Yeah, shortest, slowest straightaway on the course.
Especially in qualifying turn. This place is super fast.
Jimmy Johnson 6th and Chase Elliott 14th. That bumps Ty Dillon and Casey Kane. So Landon Castle's on the hot seat now as you watch Matt DiBenedetto.
I just think this is going to get really interesting. There's a lot of teams that were conservative that first time out, didn't get the most out of the car and the tires. I think you're definitely going to see them go out a second time. And will they pick up the speed to get themselves into that top 24?
Track looks like it's in really good shape. Everybody looks like they're handling really well. Cars are sticking good. These tires are working really nice.
So that leaves only Cole Witt, who is in the 55 this week. We still have a 98. That's Reed Sorensen.
That looks pretty good here.
He's going to get himself in the top 24.
He's in 19th.
Good job.
And that bumps Landon Castle and puts Trevor Bayne on the bubble to move to round 2.